You walk into the store planning to spend $50. You walk out spending $112. You didn't plan it. You didn't intend it. But somehow your cart filled up anyway. The music was calm. The lighting felt warm. The aisles were wide. And by the time you reached checkout, your budget had quietly collapsed. Was it impulse? Weak willpower? Or was the store designed to make that happen? If supermarkets know exactly how you move, how you look, and how you decide, how much of your spending is really your choice? Supermarkets are not neutral spaces. They are engineered environments. Every shelf, every sign, every product position is calculated. Start with something simple: eye level. The most profitable products are almost always placed directly in your line of sight. Not too high, not too low, right where your eyes naturally land. That space is called eye-level real estate, and brands pay heavily for it. Cheaper store brands? They're often lower. Premium brands? Centered. Kids' cereals? Positioned at a child's eye level. Bright colors. Cartoon characters. Sugar disguised as breakfast. You think you're scanning shelves randomly. You're not. Your eyes follow predictable patterns, and the store already knows that. Then there are end caps. Those displays at the ends of aisles feel special. They feel like deals. Featured. Important. Sometimes they are discounted. Often they're not. End caps increase sales because they interrupt your path. You weren't looking for that item, but now it's right there. Is it on sale? Is it seasonal? Is it limited? Even if you didn't plan to buy it, the placement makes it feel relevant. Studies show products on end caps can see sales jump dramatically, even without price reductions. Visibility alone changes behavior. Now think about your cart. Have you noticed how big grocery carts have become? Decades ago, carts were smaller. Today they're oversized, deep, spacious. You push an empty cart that feels roomy. Almost too roomy. Psychologically, empty space creates tension. A half-empty cart feels incomplete. Subconsciously, you fill it. When researchers tested smaller carts, people bought less. Same shoppers, same store, different cart size. The container changes the outcome. And then there's the music. You probably don't consciously notice it, but your body does. Slower music encourages slower walking. Slower walking increases browsing time. More browsing leads to more purchases. When stores play calm, low-tempo music, shoppers linger. They explore more aisles. They consider more items. When music speeds up, people move faster. That's why some stores shift tempo during busy hours. They control flow without saying a word. You think you're setting your pace, but the environment is guiding you. Now let's talk about pricing psychology. Imagine 3 bottles of olive oil. One costs $8. One costs $14. One costs $29. The $29 bottle rarely exists to sell in high volume. It exists to make the $14 bottle look reasonable. Affordable. Smart. That expensive option is called a decoy. It anchors your perception. Without the $29 bottle, $14 might feel high. With it, $14 feels balanced. Sensible. Even economical. Decoy pricing is everywhere. Medium popcorn looks expensive compared to small. Large suddenly feels like a deal. You weren't planning to size up, but the structure nudges you. Then come the sale tags. Bright red. Yellow bursts. Words like save. Deal. Limited time. But here's the trick. The original price becomes the anchor. If something says was $6.99, now $4.99, your brain fixates on the $6.99. The $4.99 feels like a win, even if you didn't need the item. Anchoring changes perception of value. Sometimes items are labeled 10 for $10. You assume you must buy 10, but often you can buy just 1 for $1. The bulk framing makes it feel urgent. You buy more to avoid missing out. Supermarkets also place essential items strategically. Milk is rarely near the entrance. Neither is bread. Eggs, usually toward the back. Why? Because those are staple items. You will walk the store to get them. And along the way, you pass dozens of other products. Snacks. Seasonal items. Promotions. The longer the path, the higher the exposure. Exposure increases spending. Then there's the bakery section. Warm lighting. Fresh bread smell. Sometimes pumped through vents. The scent triggers appetite. Even if you just ate. Hunger increases impulse purchases. So sensory cues are powerful. The produce section is often near the entrance. Bright fruits. Green vegetables. Colorful displays. Why start with produce? It creates a feeling of virtue. You enter and immediately make healthy choices. That good feeling lowers your defenses later. You already put spinach in the cart, so the cookies feel justified. That's called the halo effect. One good decision makes the next indulgence feel earned. Aisle layouts matter too. High-margin products are often placed on the right side because most shoppers naturally turn right upon entering. Stores study traffic patterns closely. They know how long you pause in certain sections. They know which items you touch and return to shelves. Data informs everything. Even shelf arrangement is intentional. Products placed at the center of shelves sell more than those at the edges. Items grouped in threes look more appealing than single units. Large displays create perceived popularity. If it looks like everyone is buying it, you feel safer buying it too. And here's another subtle move. Store brands often sit next to premium brands. Same packaging colors, similar design, slightly lower price. That contrast makes the store brand feel like a smart compromise. You feel clever for saving money. But remember, store brands often carry strong profit margins too. Now think about bulk packaging. Bigger sizes often feel cheaper per unit. And sometimes they are. But buying in bulk increases overall spending. You may not have needed that much, but the per ounce savings feel irresistible. The store benefits from volume. Seasonal displays add urgency. Holiday candy in October. Grilling gear in spring. Limited edition flavors. Scarcity drives action. Even if the product will return next year, it feels temporary. And temporary feels urgent. So how do you fight back? Start with awareness. Most overspending doesn't come from dramatic impulse. It comes from small nudges layered together. Eye-level placement, cart size, music tempo, anchored pricing, end caps. Each tactic is subtle. Together, they are powerful. That's why one of the simplest defenses is a list. When you shop with a list, you shift from reactive to intentional. You enter with a plan. You follow it. You reduce wandering. Another strategy is the perimeter approach. Most grocery stores place fresh produce, meat, dairy, and whole foods along the outer edges. The inner aisles hold processed snacks, packaged goods, and high-margin impulse items. Shopping the perimeter doesn't guarantee perfect choices, but it reduces exposure to many engineered temptations. You can also choose a smaller cart or a basket when possible. Smaller container, smaller purchases. And pay attention to unit pricing. Look beyond sale tags. Compare per ounce cost instead of headline numbers. None of this makes you immune. Supermarkets are sophisticated environments. They study behavior constantly. They adapt. They refine. But awareness restores agency. The store is designed to maximize profit. That's not evil. It's business. But when you understand the design, you regain choice. You slow down intentionally. You question sale tags. You notice placement. You walk with purpose. Because the goal isn't to avoid supermarkets. It's to stop walking in blind. Next time you enter a grocery store, look around carefully. Notice what's at eye level. Notice what's on the end caps. Notice the music. Notice how large your cart feels. And then ask yourself one simple question. Am I choosing this, or was it chosen for me?